Yeah, Coach, second game without Tim Jankovich on the bench. Just curious, how was practice, preparation, in-game management different this time now that you had a couple of days to review from UCF and make any adjustments you needed?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, no, obviously without Coach Jankovic, we miss him dearly and hope he gets well soon. And it was tough, obviously Memphis is a really good team, but the credit to our guys that went out there and they competed, they fought hard. They made some adjustments, we made some adjustments, and unfortunately the ball didn't fall quite like we wanted to a couple of times, but we still have a responsibility. We put our team out there on the floor, and it's up to us to step up and get the job done.
Next question to Sam Blum.
Hi, Yaphett. It looked like to me, and on the replay, it looked the same, that Kendrick Davis's three-pointer was not after the shot clock. What did you guys see, and did you say anything to that effect?
You know what? It happened so fast. The shot went up, and obviously, we wish it would have went in. We wish for a different outcome, but those officials are good officials, and we trust their judgment. That's what they're paid to do. So we have to live with the result.
Next question to Damon Sales.
Yeah, Coach, one play doesn't make a game for you guys, but all in all, just what did you see from the guys in the last 2, maybe 3 minutes? And then can you also talk about just Tyson Jolly's play?
Well, you know what? I thought the guys were incredibly resilient. There was an opportunity where the game looked like it could have went the other way. I think we got down about 8 or 9 points, and one of the things we just kind of harped on a little bit is just having character. And I thought those guys showed an incredible amount of character, and they executed stuff. We had some great looks. Kendrick made some great reads. We had a couple opportunities to tie it. We had a couple opportunities to take the lead. I thought we maybe were just a bit anxious, and that led to maybe just us rushing a few things. But all in all, man, we had our opportunities, we had our chances, and Tyson was good today for his second game back to be able to go out there and compete with these guys and do what he does. He showed what he's capable of doing, and we're excited to have him back and look forward to having him the rest of the season.
Back to Steve Lansdale.
Memphis had a run of, I believe it was 17-2 at the end of the first half. What did you see in the way your team struggled, or in what Memphis did in the latter part of that first half that allowed that swing in momentum?
I thought at times they were having a little bit of difficulty scoring us in the half court. And so what they did was we turned the ball over a couple of times and a few bad shots, and gave them opportunity to really get out in transition and get a couple easy baskets against us in a broken defense, and that really presented some problems for us and gave them an opportunity to get some easy buckets to get their confidence going, and obviously get the home crowd behind them. And from that standpoint right there, that was pretty tough. I wish we could have taken care of the ball a little bit better, made a couple of shots, and the ball coming out of the net is the best form of transition defense you can have.
Next question, Kevin Reynolds.
Going off of what Tyson, today he played 21 minutes, and the last game he played 18, I think. Did you kind of expect him to play so much so quickly, or is it just a product of how he played tonight?
Obviously, when you're out there, you just kind of trust it with the ebbs and flows of the game. He was playing pretty well. He was confident. He was aggressive, and the ball was falling for him, and he was just kind of provided a little bit of toughness that we needed out there on the court. And just kind of like you said, it was kind of the product of the game that got him out there. But he's an all-conference level player, and he's very talented, and he's a guy that we need. And he came out there and gave us a great lift today, and I couldn't have been more proud of him.
Next question, Sam Blum.
It kind of looks like you guys are having some foul trouble with the bigs, especially with Yor and Isaiah. I mean, is there something, because it's happened a few times, is there something you guys can do to try and coach them to maybe be a little more cautious, or is that what you want out of them?
Well, it's funny because it's a fine line, because you have one guy that's a strong position defender, and you have another guy that's an athletic shot blocker, and so you kind of tandem them a little bit, and you want them to be aggressive, but you like them to be a little bit smarter in terms of walling up a little bit. You understand that sometimes you have to let it go because you're more valuable on the court than you are sitting on the bench. We have enough assistant coaches. Well, actually, right now we don't have enough assistant coaches, but typically we do. But we definitely got to get those guys, be a little bit more disciplined, keep them out of foul trouble. And I think we got to ask our guards to do a little bit better job of keeping guys out of the paint so they're not put in a position to have to make those decisions.
Next question, Damon Sales.
Yeah, King, this is a game where Kendrick Davis is probably going to go back and feel like this is on his shoulders. The leading scorer in the AAC only had 8 points. And I think more importantly, he's going to look at those 6 turnovers. A game like this, what does it do for him? What's it going to do for him as he prepares for Thursday?
Well, I know Kendrick's a tireless worker. He's a student of the game. He's going to go back and dissect this film left and right and look at the opportunities that and look at the decisions that he wish he would have made a little bit differently. I know Kendrick, he'll be in the gym shooting until the wee hours of the night, getting himself back and getting his groove back. And today, you know what? And even though he had the 6 turnovers and the 8 points, but he was out there on the floor, and him being on the floor is still, excuse me, him being out there on the floor is still a threat. And and what he poses to the other teams in terms of trying to guard him and how they have to shift that game plan to him is why other guys are able to have the opportunities that he does. So his value isn't just scoring or isn't just assists. His presence out there is really big time for us too.
Next question, Steve Lansdale.
Yeah, to follow up on Kendrick, how much of tonight was simply a result of a bad day at the office when your shot's not falling, and how much was Memphis being a pretty athletic team with some big guards? And are there things you can adjust schematically by Thursday to help him get a little bit untracked in the rematch?
Sure. I mean, Kendrick's a great player, and he's one of the best point guards in the country. And people are going to shift their game plans toward him. But I think Kendrick had every opportunity, had great looks. There are things, the ball didn't just fall. There are some things schematically that will change, but I won't share them with you in case Memphis is listening. So, but those guys, we'll go back and all dissect this film. We'll sit down together. We'll get with Coach Jankovic, probably through a Zoom, and try to figure out what we'll do to attack and prepare a little bit better to be able to get a better outcome next time.
Steve, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, just one other. It's obviously very rare to face the same team twice in such a short window of time.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you adjust between now and Thursday, or is it a matter of simply doing better at what you tried to do with your game plan for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think I look at the numbers and you look at it, we had 72 points today. We shot 50% from the field in the second half. I think we were in the high 40s. We're in the high 40s for the game. We're in the 40s for the threes. So offensively, our numbers were good. We just got to lock in on defense a little bit better, take care of the basketball a lot better. And those are the things that we can do. And that just is us being settling down a little bit, being a little bit more careful and still maintaining our aggressiveness. But I think those are a few adjustments that we'll make for next game.